Jaguar E-Type. Tire, wheel, motor vehicle, mode of transport, automotive design, automotive tire, vehicle, automotive wheel system, land vehicle, transport. Once called the most beautiful car ever made by Enzo Ferrari, the 1960s Jaguar E-Type is a classic sports car mainstay. If you only choose one car from this list to drive, this is the one, says McKeel Haggerty, CEO of Haggerty, the world's largest provider of collector vehicle insurance. This staple of British motoring history still has verve. It can perform up to 150 miles per hour and brakes better than most cars from its era. Chevrolet Corvette. Tire, vehicle, automotive design, land vehicle, car, hood, fender, classic car, alloy wheel, sports car. The emblem of big three muscle cars, the Chevy Corvette is the most collected vehicle in America. The second generation, which spanned 1963 to 1967, is the most iconic American car ever made, says Keith Martin, publisher of Sports Car Market. It's still breathtaking and fresh today. Early generation Corvettes remain plentiful in the US, so you can scour auctions, collector car dealers, and websites like classicars.com for deals. Lamborghini Miura. Automotive design, car, headlamp, sports car, automotive lighting, performance car, hood, Lamborghini Miura, windshield, alloy wheel. Considered by some to be the sexiest car ever built, the Miura debuted in 1966 as a sleek mid-engine speedster designed to challenge Ferrari. Piloting the Miura transcends driving experience to become a life experience, Haggerty says. If the sound of 6 carburetors feeding a thirsty, vibrating V12 moored right behind your head isn't enough, it's also arguably the most beautiful car ever produced. To buy one, contact the Lamborghini Club America or an auction house like RM Sotheby's or Gooding & Company. They're usually in the know about the cars before they reach the general market. Porsche 911. Tire, wheel, vehicle, rim, infrastructure, car, white, alloy wheel, spoke, fender. The Porsche 911 represents vintage driving at its best, particularly during the golden era before the car's 1974 redesign. There's magic in the early 911, Haggerty says. It's an amazingly well-built machine that delivers one of the most honest driving experiences of any sports car ever built. Even by today's standards, first-generation 911s still have plenty of horsepower and can hold their own on the track. You can find one, even in mint condition, on eBay. Rolls-Royce Dawn Drophead. Motor vehicle, mode of transport, automotive design, vehicle, automotive lighting, headlamp, car, automotive wheel system, road surface, classic car. Based on the first full-size car Rolls-Royce made after the war, the original Silver Dawn Drophead launched in 1949 and retired in 1954. The name was intended to mark the dawn of a new era for the world and Rolls-Royce's place in it. Slightly smaller than pre-war cars, the Dawn helped the British bespoke car maker reintroduce motoring craftsmanship while bringing the company into the modern age. They're extremely rare, only 3 of the original 28 Dropheads remain in the US, and those are owned by private collectors. Mercedes SL 300 Gullwing. Tire, wheel, mode of transport, automotive design, vehicle, transport, automotive exterior, car, fender, classic car. Among the first sports cars of the post-war era, the Mercedes SL 300 Gullwing was the fastest production car of its time when it was introduced in 1954. As the first direct fuel injection series production car, the SL 300 could travel at an eye-popping 160 miles per hour. Nobody expected something like that from Mercedes, says Konstantin von Kagenecht, a specialist in classic car marketing at the Mercedes-Benz Classic Center in Irvine, California. Though about 3/4 of the original SL 300s survive today, many still belong to their original owners. Ferrari 250 GTO. Tire, wheel, mode of transport, automotive design, vehicle, automotive tire, rim, headlamp, automotive lighting, car. Ferrari made just 39 of these elegant race cars between 1962 and 1964, so they are extremely rare. The 250 GTO is probably the holy grail in terms of value and recognition, but the reality is only a handful of people in the world will ever have the chance to legitimately drive one, Haggerty says. An early model fetched $38 million at Bonham's Quail Lodge auction at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance 2 years ago. BMW 3.0 SL. If any part of you harbors a racetrack fantasy, this is the car to track down. When BMW came to America in 1975, it brought a quartet of models with it, including the 3.0 SL Coupe. Driven by racing legends Brian Redman, Sam Posey, and Hans Stuck, the car claimed victory at the 12 Hours of Sebring race that year and won Daytona the following year. The pair of triumphs established BMW's performance chops stateside. In addition to its engineering and performance legacy, the 3.0 SL pioneered a host of technologies found in later BMW models, from its first ever 4-valve 6-cylinder engine to its early anti-lock braking system. Shelby GT 350. Tire, mode of transport, automotive design, vehicle, headlamp, car, photograph, automotive lighting, automotive tire, classic car. Also known as the Cobra, this high-performance descendant of the Ford Mustang was a darling of the late 1960s. With Ford's V8 engine, the Shelby GT 350 was a legitimate race car for the street. When you get into it and turn the key, the car doesn't only rumble audibly, it also actually shimmies side to side and up and down, just a bit, Haggerty says. And that's while it's still parked. When you get on the gas it leaps and roars. You will quickly see why designer Carroll Shelby is lauded as a 20th century motoring genius. To drive a vintage Cobra, visit a high-end classic car auction house, dealer, or specialized broker. Ford Model T. Tire, motor vehicle, wheel, automotive design, mode of transport, automotive tire, vehicle, photograph, rim, classic car. Produced from 1908 to 1927, this is the car that birthed the American automotive industry. Affordable by mass market standards, the Model T begat car culture and road trips. Everyone needs to know where they came from, Haggerty says. When it comes to American motoring, that starting place is the Model T. With a volatile hand-crank engine and 2-speed transmission, not including the reverse gear, the Model T isn't easy to drive, even if you can get your hands on one. But rest assured 27 miles per hour will never feel so thrilling. Advertisement, continue reading below.